Is this 1966 Corvette still a 66 Corvette? Well, of course not. It's going to be a 66 Corvette restomod. I look at the Theseus Paradox, which says, if all the pieces of a ship are replaced, is the ship still the same ship? And I translate that into the car of Theseus. When does a car change from what it is to something completely new? Therefore, I look at these three main categories of cars: original, restored, and restomod. Let's get into this. Welcome to Road Odyssey, and if you like the videos that I provide, please subscribe. And if you're on Rumble, well, please follow. Here we go. Alrighty, naming cars. So you may have seen my prior video about the 66 Corvette Stingray. The car's getting a huge makeover. Chassis, frame, engine, body parts, paint, interior, etc., etc. A project that is similar to the 1958 Corvette called My Little Fuelie, which turned out to be a $300,000 to $500,000 car. This made me pose the question, at what point when a car's parts are replaced is it no longer original? Meaning that you can't just call it a 66 Corvette or a 58 Corvette, but it is restored and becomes a new car. I want to have some fun with this question, and so let's continue with the ship of Theseus. So switching gears to quickly look at the ship of Theseus, a philosopher from many moons ago asked the question that if all the pieces of a ship are replaced, then is the ship still the same ship? So most people think this is a difficult paradox. So they think that there's not really any definitive answer, but I'm not so sure about that. I have three questions related to this paradox. First, how many replaced parts does it take to justifiably confirm that the ship is no longer the original ship? My answer, it only takes one. My second question, can any single or major parts replaced, but identical in form and function, constitute the ship remaining original? Again, my answer is no. My last question is, can all parts of the ship be replaced and be the same ship because it retains the same form, function, history, and perceived future? Well, my answer is yes, but it's not original. It can be the same, which in this case means it's equal to, but it is not the original. No matter how many other questions you use to approach the Theseus Paradox, the keywords that I use are original, meaning the first, beginning, earliest. And the other keyword, same, meaning exact, similar, identical, or equal to. In my way of thinking, after the ship has replaced parts, the ship's no longer original. So no, it is not the same ship of Theseus, but it is similar enough that you can call it the same. So let's apply original, same, the car of Theseus to modern day original, restored, and resto-modded cars. Extrapolating from the ship of Theseus, applying this to cars, my three main categories explains everything. Original is literally all original. Restored is the same, refurbished to factory specification using original factory parts. And beyond that, restomod, somewhat less the same, restored, but using modern parts and technology. Original is exactly that. Quoting Bill's Backyard Classics little article here, a true original car is a vehicle that has been maintained both aesthetically and mechanically without the replacement of any parts or pieces. The repairs that have occurred are few and far between, and whenever possible, parts needing maintenance have been fixed rather than replaced. A restored car. When a car is only slightly modified, to use that bad terminology in this case, I say it is still the same car, but not original. As per Classic Auto Advisors, restoration refers to bringing back a classic car to its former glory by only using all or mostly original factory parts. The vehicle undergoes a complete makeover both externally and internally. When the restoration is complete, you should have a vehicle in pristine condition that looks as good as it did when it was manufactured many years ago. In my limited knowledge, here are easy examples of part replacements that I think can almost keep the original car status, but it's really the same car. These are often items that can be replaced or upgraded slightly with original parts from another car or with new OEM parts. I call the car the same, near original, with these often needed changes. Furthermore, these are considered frame up or frame on restorations, meaning that parts like the body paint, engine, interior, and trunk are restored to their original condition, typically using only parts, needing attention. And furthermore, frame off restorations is when literally the frame is off the chassis and the frame. So all the components are disassembled from the car and the whole body is removed from the frame. Of course, unless it's a unibody car, but it's got a similar feel to it. Finally, moving to the furthest direction of this is not the same car. It is not original. Well, that's restomod. Again, as per Classic Auto Advisors, restomod is a process where you perform a restoration on a classic vehicle, but incorporating modern day technology to improve the performance and probably modifying the car for the taste of the customer. So, with most restomod projects, the outer appearance of the vehicle retains its classic appeal, even though it can still be highly modified, like door handles and things like that. But the inside is replaced with the latest technology to truly give you an improved ride. When a car moves further beyond original as a restomod is when parts are replaced with those that are more important, like engines and, the chassis and things like that. Just significant to the car's operability, for example. So these parts that set off the car's history, styling, and feel are altered or completely replaced. You could easily see these simple restomod examples: driver display, steering wheel, dash, seats, body panels, front grille. But more likely what you're going to see in a restomod is definitely major changes. Frame and chassis, the engine replaced, a full interior, lowered roof, rearrangement, relocation of parts. An easy one would be the battery moved from out of the engine bay to the rear somewhere. Original cars are just that. No changes except common or expected maintenance. If the ship of Theseus is not altered in any way nor have any parts replaced, it is the original ship. Just like my C8 Corvette. It has not changed, so it is still my ship of Theseus. Once worn out parts are replaced, the car is restored. Frame up and frame off restorations take different levels of work of restoring a car to its former glory. If the ship of Theseus has parts replaced, it is literally not the original and is no longer the exact same ship, although it can easily be the same or equal ship. It and a restored car will maintain its form, function, history, and perceived future. Restomod cars are seriously no longer the original or the same car. They are often so far removed from what they once were that even the name of the car is either termed as a was, for example, was a 66 Corvette, was a 30s Ford Coupe, or is now termed as a 58 Corvette Stingray Restomod, a 30s Ford Hot Rod, a 70s Chevy Camaro Hot Rod or autocross car, whatever. The ship of Theseus is not the original and is no longer even near the same ship when its parts are replaced and even improved on a little. Not the same ship. It is highly modified into something different and should be named, termed, and classified as something different. Thank you so much for watching this Road Odyssey video. Hope you enjoyed my meshing of the Theseus Paradox with car restorations. And if you like the videos that I provide, please subscribe. And if you're on Rumble, please follow. Have a fantastic day. Relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.